We're joined here by Richard Lochhead, Minister for Scotland. Richard, thank you very much for joining us. This time last year, we were talking about breaking ground on spaceports in Scotland. Here we are, 12 months on, and where are we now?
There's huge momentum in the space sector in Scotland at the moment, and it really is quite mind-boggling the pace at which this sector is advancing. And you mentioned the potential of launch sites, and of course we've got a couple actually being constructed as we speak. We've got one in Sutherland, where I was privileged enough to go there and cut the turf, and also one on Shetland as well, and a number of others across the country. So it hopefully will be a case within a matter of months or the next year or so. It's up to the industry with the timescales are exactly that we'll see some vertical launches from Scottish launch sites.
And how important is collaboration with the other nations in the UK as well?
Collaboration is really important. I think that's been one of the secret ingredients of the success of the Scottish sector, but of course this is a sector that's growing throughout the whole of the UK, and it's globally a very exciting sector as well. So there's a lot of collaboration. We've got a lot of inward investment projects coming into Scotland. We've got collaboration within Scotland. We've got the sector actually working closely together, developing those supply chains, those clusters. So that's why it is becoming a really successful economic story for Scotland.
And in terms of timescales, what can you share with us? What do you expect to see in the next 2, 3 years, 5 years, say?
Well, already we, have some claims to fame in terms of we are the biggest manufacturer of the small satellites outside of the US. That's happening in Glasgow. That's all just boomed over the last few years alone. And we've got lots of upstream, downstream companies now being created and located in Scotland to take advantage of that. So our advantage is we've got end-to-end capability. We're making the satellites, we're making rockets, we're constructing launch sites, and we've got the data companies and analytic companies to make the most of the observation and the data. You can't get that in many other countries of any other country. So that's one of the attractions we're finding that is bringing a lot of companies to Scotland. And I think it's just going to get better and better over the next few years. We think we can grow this from 8,500 jobs we have just now to 20,000 jobs over the next 10 years.
And that's really going to add some value, some real value from space into the Scottish economy.
We're very lucky in Scotland. We've got great universities, we've got the talents, and we've got the research institutes as well. And that all working together means that we can take advantage of what is a high-tech sector that's going places. And it's going to add a lot of value to the Scottish economy. The average salary is 2.5 times the UK average in these sectors. So it's great for governments to have a great tax base and generate more income for the country as well from what's a really high-value industry.
Finally, what most excites you about this sector? We're here at Spacecom Expo here today, celebrating space in the UK and beyond. What most excites you about this industry at the moment?
Well, I'm learning a lot being here at Farnborough, meeting companies not just from Scotland, but from throughout the UK and Europe. And what excites me is the buzz. We've got a new sector here. It's relatively new. I know it's been around a long time, but what we've seen is a exponential growth just in the last few years. So what's really exciting is to watch this new growing sector, which who knows where it will end up going in terms of the size of the sector. And in the Scottish context, it's likely that soon we're going to have a vertical launch, and that'll be the first one in Europe. And that'll happen in hopefully a matter of months. And I think that'll put Scotland on the map, and we'll get the spotlight from that.